Moving on from question 11 of reading comprehension drill set 4, second passage, a science passage over at lawhub.lsac.org. You can see we're still framed up on the final paragraph from question 11. And question 12 is actually asking about the last paragraph as well. That is not necessarily accidental. So don't start scrolling needlessly up and down until you are told to do so, because you might be able to benefit from small little kind of like carrots, metaphorically, that the exam can leave for good process and good engagement. So, reading question 12 with our highlight tool selected, we're going to mark the specific task that we're being asked to accomplish, which reads, which one of the following is most analogous to the course of action recommended in the last paragraph? So, we know what the course of action recommended in the last paragraph is, really, from having just read question 11, if we're doing all of these consecutively. But just for the purposes of this video, we'll reread the final paragraph to remind ourselves what the course of action recommended is, so that we've got that in mind to contrast the answer choices against. So, starting at the top of the final paragraph, in light of such uncertainty, the wisest policy is not to forestall action. Steps that make sense for economic or environmental reasons besides greenhouse warming, such as replacing fossil fuel energy with solar energy, could be taken first, whether or not climate warming is taking place. Then, as scientific knowledge grows and uncertainties are reduced, more costly measures could be taken if warranted, hence closely tying policy decisions to the latest information available. Scientists and others have aptly called this type of action a no regrets policy. So basically, we need to find an answer choice that presents a course of action that says, hey, let's take the not so costly course of action with ancillary benefits before potentially moving to something that is more costly only if the facts deem it necessary. So we'll keep our highlight tool ready, and as soon as we find a reason to eliminate in an answer choice, we might be able to move a little bit more quickly through that elimination process here for number 12. So choice A reads, in a response to uncertain predictions regarding the likelihood that an asteroid will collide with Earth, the government has decided to fund an inexpensive but scientifically valuable program, and to determine whether more costly measures are warranted. Well, this seems pretty darn good. We've got some uncertainty, we've got something that's not so costly, and something that might be more costly if necessary. So, on the exam, especially if you're looking to go for a 165 or 170 plus, you might select A proactively and go real briskly through the rest of these answer choices. But for the purposes of this video, we are going to engage them fully and find our reasons to eliminate. So framing up B, C, and D next, we read B from the top. Although scientists have not pinpointed how a newly discovered disease is spread, the government has implemented a preventive health program to combat the disease by preventing any likely means. Well, as soon as I see any likely means, that's going against the idea of like, let's just do the easy stuff first. We're not going to prevent anything immediately. So B should be eliminated almost immediately for that reason. Then choice C, in light of uncertain estimates about the remaining amount of fossil fuel energy on the Earth, the government has set up a costly program. We don't want a costly program to start. So as soon as we read that, even if we're not as certain that choice A was the right answer, that costly program coming first should tell us that C can be eliminated without necessarily even reading the rest of it. Then we're going to just scroll on down and take a look at D and E next. D reads, faced with many discrepant predictions about the depletion of the Earth's ozone layer, the government has decided to adapt the preventative measures suggested by the scientific group that predicted the most rapid depletion. Well, no, we didn't go with whatever predicted the most greenhouse warming. So choice D, while it's at the end of the choice, definitely doesn't match what we had in the final paragraph. And lastly, choice E, in response to scientific predictions that a disastrous earthquake is highly probable in a certain region. Well, no, we don't want it to be highly probable. It's rather uncertain, as stated in the very first sentence of this final paragraph, which allows us to eliminate choice E for that reason. Again, you may not even really read the rest of it, knowing that choice A really matched what we expected a little while ago. Thank you for watching this explanation video of a practice problem of reading comprehension drill set number 4 over at lawhub.lsac.org. If you enjoyed the tips it contained, please consider liking the video or subscribing to our channel to be alerted when new explanation videos are produced by my guru. Also, take a look at the description below because you'll find additional links to resources from my guru, including a set of full practice prep test explanations that are similar to what you just watched. And remember, as you prepare for the LSAT, it's supposed to be hard.